This is what's happened with you two.
Right.
You never won a crowd over. They come in to see you and you attack. Now, one day, Bob Kelly's going to come up to you and go, hey, why don't we go do a set at Gotham? Why don't we go do a set at the Comedy Cellar? And you're going to go up in front of the audience that isn't you, and it's going to shock you to no fucking end.
You could not say it. You could have not made a better comparison to what that is. I know.
It's not good.
I see it now when, like, and listen, I'll be a feature act if it's a big enough name or somebody's selling out. Say, oh, this kid sold out, the club or whatever, and I got to do 35 or 40 minutes as an opener. You don't got an act. You just filled seats, and
it's crazy when you see that.
And then they go, oh, you were great. I couldn't follow, or yeah, well, you have to do, before you put your name, because you want people to come back to see you, and it's an easy mistake. Listen, you get popularity like that, you think like anything else, oh, I can do it. We have to be respected in it either. No.
You're not going to get respected because you deserve no respect.
Right.
But then you go up in front of these audiences and they're blowing smoke up your ass, and that's not healthy.
I know.
That's not healthy. Not to mention you overskipped the MC, the process of the MC, and you overskipped the process
where
of the
feature. Where you grow the most, yeah.
They're there for a reason. Those two positions are there for a reason. You have to go through the ranks for a reason. Okay, you went to the Army, you went to college, you got your officer. Now you're coming as an officer. That means you're coming as a fucking MC.
Right.
That's what that means. You don't come in as a fucking,
headliner.
Somebody else, you come in as a, watch this and listen. With fucking a guy who, like, I took a comedy class. It was a 3-week class. It didn't really cover.
Right.
He told me to get Judy Carter's book, and then Judy Carter took it from there. Yeah, it's whatever. So, but I did those ranks. I bombed. I still remember going to a room that started at 11, and the guy coming up to me every 15 minutes going, 15 more minutes, 15 more minutes. And it's 1:15. And there's 8 people left. And you invited 6 of your friends to come see you, and they drove you, and they took you to dinner. These things, I'll never forget doing the Latin Comedy Festival for the Toyota Comedy Festival, the Latin thing at Caroline's, and that comic threw me to the wolves. He fucking made me follow a salsa band because he didn't like me at the end. He put the salsa band up.
Right, now everybody's dancing, they're moving.
Can you fucking believe
the
that?
show is done.
I had to follow a fucking salsa band. And that stays with you for a long time. You're like, how could I, like when I got off the stage that night, I'm like, how could I have handled that better? And I went home and took my notebook in the middle of all, and I go, no. You can't handle that. That's not what should have happened. You go up before the fucking band. They did like 3 songs at Caroline's.
Oh no, that's And
the guy kept saying to me, "But you're really strong. Go up after them." And I'm like, I'm not fucking strong. What the fuck are you talking about?
It doesn't make a difference how strong you are. You've just changed the whole vibe of the room, the whole energy.
Are you excited for Saturday night?
I am excited for Saturday. I am.
How long have you been working this material for?
I put some new stuff in there, which almost you would never do, but if I don't like it, I can take it out. Yeah. So it's some of my, I even took some of my first jokes that I don't even do anymore because I want to have everything out there and then see what is I really want, like what I want on this album, because this is my first real intro. And
then you do know that your life is going to be hell next Monday. Once you're out of material.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
It's like a double-edged sword. Like, part of me is like, oh my God, that's it now. Like, now you have to start back to the drawing board. But there's also a part of me that's like, I don't want to do those jokes anymore. So it's like, I feel it like.
I'm really proud of you that you're doing this. And it's so crazy to say that to some, again, another thing that's crazy. You can't wait to put together your jokes. And you can't wait to go tell them. And what a great feeling it is to fucking write a new act and you're enjoying it and jokes are flying out of you. But then, all of a sudden, you shoot this fucking special.
And now what?
And now you're out of jokes.
What's that going to be like? Tell me.
Okay, so now you're going to, what we discussed, you're going to have your leftover jokes that you didn't, that they didn't take in the special, and you have that left over. So you could take what you have and take that material from a different direction. I would just start from scratch. And it's brutal. It's brutal. It's what I've been going through the last 6 months here, trying to do material and, not being able to grow with it. You know, like the last 6 months, I've had a hard time fucking writing here. So now I'm okay. I wrote some great stuff for this week. But when you shoot a special, you have to go up there for like 2 weeks and find the hook. Mm-hmm. Then once you find the hook, you're like, thank God, I got 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then you have 7 minutes. And then you go, oh, shit, I wrote a joke close to this a year ago. Let me go back in that notebook and get that joke out that I couldn't fix it with anything else. And that's how you start putting things together. Then you're up to 20 minutes and you're fine. Because now at least you can do sets.
Right.
You got 20 minutes.
Right.
It's when you don't have any material.
I know.
And you got to go up there and start from scratch. And that's what in fact, I'm telling you, that's what I had to do. And since I was out of the comedy, listen, when you do comedy every night, 10 years, 15 years, and I've said it on here before, you become, your mind is sharp. Like if you see something, you process it right away. It's very funny. The pandemic and what I was going through took me away from that state of mind.
We weren't really seeing it, right?
Which the state of mind is, which when we're driving, and I can just come up with a joke when I see somebody.
Right.
Now I'm starting to get it back. I still have the ability. I have, after last week's show, I could tell the joke writing is starting to come back. It's taken a lot longer than I wanted it to, but
we weren't living during the pandemic. I feel like in order, and I realize this now when I don't want to take a break or I feel like I got to get up every night. I'm like, I got to live life in order to joke about it. And I feel like we're kind of getting back to our groove. And that's why it's coming back now. And that's why.
Yeah, but there were some people who went right back on the horse. Like I thought comedy clubs are going to be packed. All these comics are going to go back and do their regime, go back to a club, start from scratch, pack up material and get to theaters and stuff. No, it was a week later and most comics went right back to where they were, right back to a theater. You know, for me, but I look at things a lot differently. I don't like going up there just to crack jokes. I want them to get something. I want them to get an hour from me, and that's not always possible. You know, I'm not going to have that ability at all times because, like even now, I feel like I'm doing okay, but I'm not Joey Diaz.
I just saw you, and I just saw you perform.
Well, by Uncle Vinny's 2 weeks ago. I feel comfortable now, but I'm not where I was before the pandemic. It's taken a long time, and correct, I haven't been working out like I would in LA. Like I knew different rooms, everything was a lot closer to me. But I'm feeling it again, and it's been fucking fun. You know,
it's good to hear you say that.
No,
I think you scared some people when you were like, "Yeah, I'm not going to do it anymore." Everybody was like, "Ah."
I don't want to do it to the extent I was doing it.
But
I don't want to do like somebody offered me a tour next year, and I thought about it. I didn't say no yet. I haven't said anything. I just was like, I don't know. Because
why though? Because it's taxing when you think about it, or because you're at a point now where you can allow balance in your life. Like I feel like when you first start, you're not going to get there's no balance. There's like a tunnel vision. There's no such thing as balance when you first start.
There was no balance at all. Nothing.
But now you've got a beautiful home. You're giving your daughter a completely different childhood than she would have had back in LA. You have different friends. There are different things you're interested in. You're going out to dinner tonight with friends instead of going to a club. Or do you think that's why? Because you're trying to find that happy medium? Like, why would you say no to a tour?